Hey everybody, Jim here with another video for you. This is my recent Blu-ray and DVD pickups for this week. But before I begin, at the end of this video, if you like what you see, please consider giving me a thumbs up, a possible subscribe, but most importantly, please leave comments below. Now, this video is all of the titles that I have added in the last week or so to my collection. The first half of the stack is from my good friend Carlos. It was an unboxing video that I did recently. Please check that out if you have not. And also please subscribe to his channel if you have not. I will be adding his link to the description in this channel, or in this video as well. But anyways, Carlos sent me a box of videos that I got earlier in the week. And I did a video for those, but I'm just going to go ahead and give those titles another shout at some love here, and also bring some more attention to my friend Carlos's channel. So these are the titles that I received from him. First of all, we have the Blu-ray of 48 Hours, directed by Walter Hill and starring Nick Nolte, and in his big screen debut, Eddie Murphy. James Remar and Annette O'Toole are also in this movie. This is one of my favorite Eddie Murphy movies, one of my favorite Nick Nolte movies. I absolutely love this movie and always have. Then we've got a great Sam Peckinpah under-the-radar Western from 1970, starring Jason Robards and Stella Stevens, The Ballad of Cable Hogue. This movie also has Strother Martin and David Warner in it as well. And this is kind of like an anti-Western, believe it or not. This was Peckinpah's follow-up to The Wild Bunch, which got a lot of flack at the time for the violence. So he wanted to do like a mellower Western, and this one certainly fits that bill. Jason Robards is a very quiet character in this movie, but it's a really good movie. Then we've got a title that I was not familiar with, but my mother watched it already, and she loved it, and I'm going to be digging into it very soon, and that is The Big Gun Down, starring Lee Van Cleef and Tomas Malan. This has a musical score by Ennio Morricone, and this particular edition includes that CD soundtrack. And again, I have never seen this movie, but by all accounts, it's great. My mom watched the U.S. theatrical version, which she really enjoyed. But Carlos told me that the one that I should check out is the international cut, which is in Italian with English subtitles. And yes, I will be digging into this very soon. Then he also sent me a great John Wayne classic from the mid-70s, Brannigan. This is an out-of-print Twilight Time title, and this is fetching pretty decent money on the secondary market. I was shocked when I saw that he sent me a Twilight Time title, but very grateful. This is a great movie. It really is. John Wayne plays a cop who has to go over to England to bring back a mobster played by John Vernon. And Richard Attenborough is the detective from Scotland Yard who he gets teamed up with. And yeah, this is a really fun movie. It really is. This is kind of like John Wayne is Dirty Harry. He's just not quite as dirty. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. And he also sent me the Blu-ray of the classic Franco Nero starring Western, Django. Again, I have not watched this yet. My mother watched it the other night. She absolutely loved it. Again, cannot wait to get into this. Love Franco Nero. And then out of all the titles he sent me, this is the one I'm most excited to get into. I have not watched this one yet either. It's been a very crazy week for me, so I haven't had a chance to really watch too many movies. But this is Raquel Welch and Hanny Calder. This also has a great supporting cast. Ernest Borgnine, Strother Martin, Robert Culp, and Christopher Lee, of all people. And again, this is a rape revenge story. I have not watched it yet, but again, by all accounts, this is a great movie, and I cannot wait to see it. And the lone DVD that he sent me is another Peckinpah movie, one that I have seen, Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid. The stars James Coburn, Chris Christopherson, and Bob Dylan, of all people. Unfortunately, this is a Region B DVD, so I was unable to watch this. I have seen this before, but unfortunately, this does not play in my player. But it's still appreciated. And I will find a good use for this at some point. So again, Carlos, for those titles and for your support and friendship, I cannot thank you enough. Please, everyone, go to his channel, Eastwood for Life Fan. I will be adding the the link in the description below. Now, the rest of these are DVDs that I picked up from the Goodwill store a couple of days ago. And we got some really good titles here. First, we have Go from Doug Liman. This is like a young person's version of Pulp Fiction, I guess, for lack of a better word. But this movie's a lot of fun. It's got a great cast, and it's just, again, it's a lot of fun. Then we have The Ghost in the Darkness. Sorry, my camera is really freaking out right now. With Michael Douglas and Val Kilmer. This one is directed by Stephen Hopkins. This is based on a true story of when they were building the railroads in Africa, about these two lions that came out of the darkness at night and started eating people. And yeah, this movie's really wild. It's a good movie. Then we've got Road to Perdition, which I used to own, but for some reason I could not find, so I got another copy of it. This one's directed by Sam Mendes. All-star cast. Tom Hanks, Paul Newman, Jude Law, and Daniel Craig, among others. Jennifer Jason Leigh, Stanley Tucci. Very good movie. This has got a very strong, there goes half my movies, a very strong Chicago connection, which I am from the Chicago area. And yeah, I love this movie. It's a great, great mafia movie. This one I probably am more excited about from these pickups, not Carlos's package, but my Goodwill store pickups than anything. Quest for Fire. This movie is not available on Blu-ray, and as far as I know, this DVD is long out of print. This was one of those movies that I watched a lot on cable as a kid, directed by Jean-Jacques Arnaud, and starring Edward McGill, Ron Perlman, and Ray Don Chong. And this was the first movie I saw any of those three actors in. This is a movie about cavemen who try to go on a quest for fire. And along the way, they run into Ray Don Chong, who's from another tribe. And let's just say things get a little crazy. But this is a fantastic movie. It is long overdue for a Blu-ray. If you've never seen Quest for Fire, give this movie a chance. There is no English in this, obviously, because, again, this movie takes place 80,000 years ago. They're speaking caveman grunts and groans, but you can understand what's going on. Great movie. And we're going to end this haul on two Alfred Hitchcock classics. First, we have North by Northwest with the great Cary Grant, Eva Marie Saint, James Mason, and Martin Balsam. My brain just went blank. This is a classic. It's classic Hitchcock. It's one of Cary Grant's best performances. James Mason's great in this movie. It's definitely top 5 Hitchcock for me. I love this movie. And last and certainly not least, we have another Hitchcock classic, James Stewart and Kim Novak in Vertigo. Again, classic Hitchcock, one of James Stewart's best roles. Fantastic movie. This movie's been parodied to death, most notably High Anxiety from Mel Brooks. Absolutely incredible movie. I love this movie. So that's it for this week's pickups. I hope you enjoyed these. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, a possible subscribe. Most importantly, leave those comments. And also, please, I cannot stress enough, give my friend Carlos some love over at his site, or his page rather, Eastwood for Life Fan. So until the next time, guys, I hope everyone is doing well, and we'll see you on the next one.